Very warm good evening to my beautiful MNIT family. If you just have a look on this picture and the title, you are much stronger than you think. Certainly you won't believe unless you feel it. If you just look at this picture, certainly every one of us want to have such a strongly built and fit body. And we all know how to achieve it. If you really want to have strong muscles, which you can show to everyone, you need to have very strong discipline. You need to go to gym on daily basis. You need to work out for each and every muscular tissue of your body, because it is the character of human body that every tissue in our human body is trainable. If you do crunches, it will put your abdomen tissues under stress, and repeatedly, if you iterate your exercises over a period of time, your abdomen tissues will gain strength and it will start taking a shape, and you will be able to make 6 or 8 pack abs. If you want to show, or if you want to build your biceps, you want to make your biceps tissues strong, you will be doing push-ups or doing dumbbells. First time, just I want you to feel it. If first time you lift up a dumbbell, you may not feel a stress on your biceps. You may feel pressure on your forearms, shoulders, or on your back. This may be because you have not lifted it properly, or the angles at which you are holding the dumbbell is not proper. Next time, repeatedly when you reattempt the exercise, your coach may guide you the proper way of lifting a dumbbell. And when you iterate your exercises, you will correct your mistakes in the previous attempts. Over a period of time, it will start showing you the effects, because every muscle in our human body is trainable. It will gain a strength over a period of time, and you will be able to build this body maybe within a period of 3 to 4 months time if you are doing all your exercises very properly in a systematic way. If not, certainly if you are putting stress on your muscles, your body will get built. It may take 3 to 4 years of time. Like we all know, if our right hand is more active than our left hand, certainly it has more strength. If you don't believe, go to gym, try to lift a dead weight by your right hand. If you are able to lift 35 to 40 kg by your right hand, certainly you won't be able to lift it by your left hand. If you are lefty, certainly your left hand is much stronger than your right hand. Why I am talking about this? We all know this. But my dear friends, you need to slightly extend your knowledge to feel the magic in it. Let's talk about pottery. You might have seen potters creating fine pots on the potter's wheel. If you feel yourself, if you try to make a pot for the first time on a rotating potter wheel, wet sand is there, and if you try to shape, if you try to carve some figure, we know what is going to happen. You will end up with a big mess in the very first attempt, because we don't know how to achieve it. But second time, if you are taking an attempt, certainly it may be better, but it will take couple of weeks or couple of months when your finger muscles will get trained properly. Or if you will get a proper coach, they'll guide you how to move, how to catch hold of those specific moves or actions by which you will be able to give proper shape to fine pots. And over a period of time, you will be able to achieve that, because by repeated actions, repeated exercises, our tissues in our finger muscles will get trained, so that over a period of time, you don't need to be conscious upon making the pots. If you just see a professional potter, he may be talking to you and his fingers are carving fine pots, because his muscular tissues are trained for the purpose and he doesn't need to be conscious on it. Specifically, we talk about our muscular tissues. By iteration, any tissue of our body can be trained. If you just recall first time when you used a bicycle, certainly I can say every one of us were having an issue of balance. In the very first time, none of us were able to balance a bicycle. But repeatedly when we were trying hard, because we had enthusiasm, if our friends are able to achieve it, why can't we? With that enthusiasm, high discipline, repeated exercises, repeated practice and iteration, we were able to ride it without any support. And I am sure when any of you would be going to ride a two-wheeler or a bicycle, You never need to be conscious about the balance, because the nervous tissues in your body are already trained to such an extent where you don't need to be conscious about it. We don't need to be worried about the balance while riding a two-wheeler or a bicycle. If you have ever seen a singer with a beautiful voice, many times we say he or she is having a gifted voice. But do you think that beautiful voice or the singer would not be having regular riyaz? That's impossible. Even to train the tissues of his or her vocal cord, they regularly need to do riyaz. And by iteration and repeated practices, they'll be able to achieve the voice, or they'll be able to maintain it or further refine it. My dear friends, I can tell you, nobody is born with talent over the globe. Every one of us are gifted with this human body with infinite number of tissues. We have 4 different types of tissues: epithelial tissues, which are covering our outer body; connecting tissues, which are kind of fat tissues protecting our body; muscular tissues for strength; and nervous tissues, because of which our brain is able to control this body. Yes, I can say genetically some of us are having a set of tissues which are stronger compared to others, but without practice, without repeated practice and iteration, this human body is useless. Yes, if someone is picking up set of tissues and repeatedly exercising on those tissues, say we pick up a specific move, whether a physical move or a move by our brain thinking, and we repeatedly practice on those specific moves over a period of time, our body will get acquainted to that move. Our muscular tissues involved in that move may reach excellence or moving toward perfection. And over a period of time, if you are enthusiastically executing the same practices, you will start building a skill in you which are involving those moves. And over a time, people in your surrounding will start telling you, you are gifted with these skills, but actually it is not. None of us is having any gifted talent. If we specifically talk about our body, we are gifted with 2 extremely sensitive bioscanners, our human eyes and our ears. By profession, I am a physics teacher, but I am not here to explain you the physics, how we see our world. Let me explain you it in bioneural terms. When we look at our surrounding, whatever light gets into our eye lens, which carries information of all the objects in our surrounding, colors, scenes, everything what we see. Our eye lens focuses it on our retina. To our retina, there are millions, trillions of micro nerves are connected. Those nerves are transforming these optical signals into bio-encrypted signals which are carried to our brain. Somewhere in brain, there are tissues to which these optical nerves are connected, where the information is getting stored, not as a magnetic or a solid state memory which all of you have studied. It is a kind of biological memory in our tissues. Actually, if you carefully think, we all have forgotten that our body is actually a complex biological structure. You just imagine the kind of biological processes every second going on in our human body. The micronerves, I am just explaining you about the processes involved, some of the processes involved with the human eye. These are transforming optical signals into bio-encrypted signals which are going to the tissues in our brain and stored as memory. Every second, infinite bytes of memory are getting stored in our brain. Till date, science has not yet decoded how the information is getting stored, but maybe one day science has evolved to the level where we'll be able to study, yes, there are some bioneural logical states in brain tissues where the memory is getting stored, not the logical states we study like in solid state or in magnetic tapes. This is happening. If we specifically talk about the way how eye is functioning, the slide is showing, it has already widely been accepted that human memory is spreaded across our brain. It is not a single point. It has been proven that different parts of our brain are responsible for different type of acts. Some parts of brain are responsible for short-term memory, some for long-term memory, some for creative thinking, some for logical thinking, some for scientific aptitude, numerical abilities, XYZ, and so on. But just think once again, it is happening with our brain tissues. These are connecting tissues. And human body is designed in such a way that every tissue of human body can be trained by repeated exercises and iteration. All of you can feel it. First time when you have seen a problem on Fourier transformation, you were extremely scared. So was I that time. But when you attempt the similar kind of problem for 5, 10, 20, 30 times, the fear is gone. Because the specific brain tissues which were involved in the processing of those Fourier transformation are getting trained. And over a period of time, even you don't need to be conscious about it. If you are really putting stress onto it, you are enthusiastic about it, what will happen? Your brain tissues will automatically get trained onto that, and over a period of time, you can gain excellence on any specific area where whether you want to use your brain or you want to physically use your body. If we specifically further talk about opportunity and career, being an engineer, I was an engineering student, and I can recall this is the biggest threat among all of us, career, whether engineer, doctors, becoming doctors or management professionals. They are the major cause of stress in present day life, even in the life of professionals. But my dear friends, if you just think about any career, whether it is listed here or not, if you carefully think, every career involves a specific set of tissues of our human body to be used, whether these are specific brain tissues or our body tissues. And we are all gifted with this body, which actually is a gym, a playground with infinite number of players already in it, our tissues. What you need to do? You just pick out some set of tissues which can perform a specific task for you. Train them enthusiastically, whatever you want to do. And see the magic over a period of time. Your body will start working for you. You don't need to worry about anything. You don't need to wait for a mentor. What a mentor can do, reduce the time. They will tell you the correct ways. If you are able to find a good mentor, certainly it is a blessing for you. If you are not able to find, have faith on my words, what I am telling you. You can train your tissues and gain excellence on any specific move, and later you can transform that move into an extraordinary career. And people will call you a gifted or an extraordinary person. If we just wish to look at the situation, current day, there is a picture of Swapna Augustine. She was born without arms, but she was able to train her feet tissues and established as an incredible artist across the globe. She is drawing incredible paintings by using her feet. She is able to do all her day-to-day activities by her feet. And she is not the only one who trained a specific set of tissues. There are many I have listed here, and there are many across the globe as well as in India. Many people say these who are not having a specific limb or an organ in their body. God has not given them an organ, but gifted some other rare abilities so that they were able to survive, they were able to excel in other things. But my dear friends, that's actually not true. As they were deprived of some specific limb or organ in their body, it was the scary thought that how they are going to survive in this world. They were enthusiastic enough to train themselves, train their specific tissues, and find out the specific ways by which they were able to excel in a specific move, and finally they established. And people are calling them gifted. So my dear friends, you are all gifted with the complete body, a playground. Just choose a specific set of players, tissues in your body, and a specific move, whatever you want to do. Many people are scared. If we'll take this particular attempt and if we'll get failed, what is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. Whatever you want to try, a specific job, a profession, a business, a new startup idea, love, friendship, anything, whatever you want to try, just take an attempt. What is going to happen at the next moment? You may realize you are not meant for it. You may realize you are not actually interested in it. Okay, give up. Just take care. You are not giving a loss to anybody else. And You will not end up with nothing. Still, your playground is with you. Choose another set of players and take another attempt. You are bound to succeed in your life because we are able to try till we are having soul in this body. My dear friends, if we talk about education, the education is gaining knowledge and awareness about our surrounding as well as for our body. Education is to gain confidence for ourselves as well as to give for others. So wish you all the best. Thank you very much.